the Albuquerque Regional Sports Complex. Triple Crown Sports presents the Pathway Games Albuquerque. Sebastian Noel alongside broadcast director Jason Pohl. It's time for a beautiful afternoon of baseball. We're in pool play right now of this event. Pool B will see the Elite Baseball from Golden, Colorado, and the Albuquerque Baseball Academy from right here in the Duke City. That is Pool B play. They're joined in the pool by Outlaw Baseball Club, Triple Crown Wolves, and the Colorado Chaos. Bracket play will start on Friday. Thanks for joining us here on ProView Networks, as well as online from Golden, Colorado, or to the Duke City, or wherever you're tuned in. We're so happy you've joined us. You're watching the Crown Jewel and Coin pregame show. Visit them on San Mateo and Aztec. They buy gold, they finance Crown Jewels and Coin for all you treasure. We're just finishing up the coin toss and the meeting at the plate in this beautiful facility here on the west side, as we mentioned. Elite and ABA getting set for action here early on, start of the tournament. If you haven't been out to this facility, I highly recommend that you make your way out during this Pathway Games Albuquerque. It's a beautiful, beautiful facility for baseball, and we're almost set to go. So the flip was determined that ABA will bat first here in the top, and Elite will bat in the bottom of the first. Again, bracket play will start on Friday, so the teams will get seeded 1 through 16, and that's when bracket play will begin. We'll have the championship for you right here on ProView Networks on Saturday as well. Elite is taking warm-up tosses now on the game mound. We'll come back, take a quick break. Batting orders. When you get back, you're watching ProView Sports.
Transform your IT infrastructure with Systems MD.
We support all network devices.
Our focus, government and small business network solutions. We provide design through implementation of network environments, including disaster recovery. Solutions can be provided directly or through CES contracts and statewide pricing agreements. Systems MD also provides all-inclusive managed service contracts and preventative maintenance plans.
Systems MD has been our best choice for all our computer system needs.
Contact us to discuss your IT needs.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics.
Let's take a look at the lineup card turned in by the Albuquerque Baseball Academy. Second baseman Freddie Gomez leads off. Ryan Ramos plays center, bat second. And the state champ Austin Schlegel will bat third. It's a middle third of the right fielder Gavin Maloney, the first baseman Luke Wilson, and Javin Haron, the third baseman. Then a latter third of Isaiah Apodaca. The extra hitters Ross Montoya sandwiched in that latter third. Chris Hamilton's the catcher, and the DH Jordan Baca. Defensively here for Elite, it'll be Noel, Wadley, and Zanatti from left to right. Romero, McLaughlin, Rivera, and Thompson from third to first. Colin Stone doing the catching for big right-hander Garrett Everett, and we're underway here. And the first pitch to Gomez is upstairs. It's 90 degrees here at game time in Albuquerque. Second one is pushed up to the right side. Thompson over to have a look in front of the dugout, and he can't make the play. It's exactly 20 degrees hotter right now than it is in Golden, Colorado, where the Elite team comes from. The count's level at 1 after Thompson couldn't make the play in front of the dugout. Everett looks in for his 1-1, the line and the pitch. It's a fastball. Pop back. Move the count to 1-2 on Gomez. Gomez, Ramos, and Schlegel due up first. Freddie Gomez played his high school ball at Valley under the tutelage of one of my favorites, Chad Kuhn. Here's the 1-2 breaking ball. It was a hanger, and it's a leadoff hit. It's going to chase the center fielder Wadley into the gap. A wide turn at first, but he'll retreat. So Gomez aboard after a hanging breaking ball. Leadoff single for ABA. Here comes Ryan Ramos, the center fielder from La Cueva, the local powerhouse that is La Cueva for our Colorado audience. Under the tutelage of Gerard Pineda, another state title. Upstairs for ball one. Stan McKeever got the ball rolling way back when, and they've been winning state titles ever since. Coach Pineda has just as many as Stan now after this year's triumph. Here comes the 1-0 from Everett. It's pushed to the right side and foul. Level the count at 1. Ramos will be going on to the College of Redwoods in California. Most of those champion Bears will move on to play baseball at the next level. That one's in there for a strike. Ramos behind the count now, 1-2. His buddy Austin Schlegel waits to hit next. Schlegel playing short. So here's a 1-2 coming to Ramos. And that's slashed foul to the right side. So Ramos will have another pitch. Nice crowd filing in here. We have action on all the fields around us. Big Garrett Everett looks in. Goes back to the breaking ball, bounces that one. 2-2 the count now on Ramos. Go back to La Cueva. They're no stranger to sending players to the next level. Remember, James Parr was drafted. Jordan Pacheco played in the majors. Here comes a 2-strike offering. Same spot, this time a fastball, and it's deposited in the right. First to third goes ABA. Back-to-back hits to start the game. Couple of 2-strike pitches from Everett that weren't his best. Let's take another look here on that. Just went the opposite way to Ramos. I would say the difference between La Cueva teams of past and of present, you saw right there on 2 strikes. They go where the ball's pitched. Some of those older McKeever teams are just flat-out bombers. Here comes Austin Schlegel, one of the city's premier middle infielders. He's playing short today. He played second, of course, at La Cueva next to Jack Pineda. He's got a runner at in scoring position now with nobody out. Here's a 1-0 from Everett. That's well hit deep into left. Going back on it is Noel. Still going with his back to the infield. He can't make the play. It'll bounce over the wall for the double. It was well hit to left. So Schlegel just missed getting that one out of here. Take another look. Just pulled his hands in beautifully. No chance for Noel to make that play. So that plates the first run of the game. And it's 1-0. And here's Gavin Maloney, the right fielder. Slow breaking ball. That dropped in there beautifully. First pitch strike on the breaking ball. Here's the 0-1. For our Colorado audience, the ball tends to fly during the day in New Mexico. And I'll get to a statistic here in just a moment as Everett looks in for the 1-1. That one just missed, hitting Maloney inside. By contrast, day and night, during day games at Isotopes Park, which is just across the city, the Isotopes score over 10 runs a game and they allow over 10 runs a game. By contrast, at night, they score less than 6 and allow less than 6. It's almost a 4-run difference on the AAA level when the ball just flies out. Play at third, and they got him. So Ramos caught a stray off the base. The count's 3-1 now on Maloney. As you take another look there, he was just strolling up the line a little too far. So 3-1. It missed. So it's a walk to Gavin Maloney, the right fielder. And here comes the first baseman, Luke Wilson. Albuquerque High Bulldog product. Going on to Trinidad State. One out in the frame. It was Ramos caught stealing. Here's the pitch. Slice the opposite way. Shortstop going back. The left fielder will make the play. Reese Noel coming in. It's the second out, and here comes the third baseman, Javin Heron from Belen. He'll be going on to Eastern New Mexico. From the stretch, here's the pitch. It's upstairs. 3 hits in the inning, but just 1 across. That ground rule double from Austin Schlegel. Here's the 1-0. Instead, a spin and a fake to second. It's a short lead by Schlegel over there. Now he extends it. The 1-0 from Everett. That's pulled right at short. McLaughlin will go the short route, and not in time. A little too ole at short by McLaughlin. He was in no hurry to get the out, and he didn't. Now they're loaded for Isaiah Apodaca. Let's take another look here. It was a hot shot to McLaughlin, and he kind of just Cadillac'd it over the short route there, and a bang-bang play yields the safe call from the field umpire there, and now they're loaded with 2 outs. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss from Apodaca. Santa Fe High School product. Going on to UNM. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball. Couldn't check it up. That was nasty. Behind the count, 0-2. So ball and left that Noel couldn't catch, then that play at short, and as a result, Everett's had to throw a lot more pitches than he planned. Goes back to that slow breaking ball, and it's fouled at the plate. Apodaca will adjust that shin guard he has on his front leg. That got a piece of him. It's another 0-2 from Everett. Fastball just missed. They're loaded here with 2 outs in the top of the first. Everett looks in at Stone for the sign, and here comes a 1-2. Outside and high, and the count now is level. The extra hitter, Ross Montoya of Valley, waits to hit next. Let's see if Chad Kuhn's around today, see if we can get him up here for an inning. Here's a pitch. Right down Broadway. A fastball. Catches Apodaca looking, not before ABA puts up 1. Off the bat of Austin Schlegel. It's 1-0 Albuquerque Baseball Academy. We'll be right back.
The service department at Gala Chevrolet is clean, modern, and ready for you. Our master technicians service every make and model, including certified service on any GM vehicle. Service done right the first time, every time, right here at the all-new Gala Chevrolet. At Gala Chevrolet, our master technicians service every make and model no matter where you purchase your vehicle. But that's not all. We also provide certified service on every GM model. So if your car's been acting a little funny lately or something just doesn't seem right, don't wait. Bring it in to the most modern service facility in the entire state and let us make sure that you're driving a vehicle you and your family can depend on. Service done right the first time, every time, right here at the all-new Gala Chevrolet.
Let's take a look now at the batting order for Elite Baseball. It'll be Ben McLaughlin, the DH, leading off. He DHs for the pitcher. Then the catcher, Colin Stone. J.D. Wadley, the center fielder, bats third. Isaiah Romero, Jack McLaughlin, and Braden Thompson will follow. The right fielder, Grayson Zananti, Devin Rivera, and Reese Noel. And then the extra hitter that's at the bottom, that's Jude Martinez. Defensively, it'll be Apodaca, Ramos, and Maloney from left to right. Heron, Schlegel, Gomez, and Wilson from third to first. Chris Hamilton doing the catching for right-hander Jake Rutten out of Los Alamos High School. Here's a pitch, and it's upstairs, just above the belt. That hasn't been called a couple of times. Just underway here in the first, bottom half. Thanks for joining us. There's a breaking ball in there for a strike. That levels the count. Rutten goes straight over the top with a big windup. A la, if you remember, Jeff Weaver, excuse me. Well, his brother too, actually. So both Weaver brothers had a very similar windup. Breaking ball, that's pulled over to the right side. Gomez will flip it over to Wilson in time. So the leadoff man retired. Here comes Garrett Everett, or I beg your pardon, Colin Stone. Stone, then Wadley, the center fielder for Elite. Paints the corner with an off-speed pitch. It's a beautiful day for baseball here in Albuquerque. And here comes the 0-1. That one sprayed the other way. Long run for Apodaca, and it lands just foul. That one a lot closer to a base hit than it appeared off the bat. Apodaca was shaded over towards right. Only landed a couple of feet on the wrong side of the line there. Here comes the 0-2 from Rutten. That one's pulled to the second baseman, Gomez. He'll have his second try. He can't make it at first. Recovers in time. It's a good job there from Gomez to hang with him. Let's take another look at this one. It was a good pitch, a two-strike offering. Just ate him up a little bit, but he stayed with it. Quickly 2 outs, and here's the center fielder, Wadley. And that's a strike. He's been pumping strikes. And that one's in the dirt. So Elite, one of many teams to make the trip all the way from West 44th Avenue in Golden, Colorado. And we're in Pool B here. Outlaw Baseball Club, Triple Crown Wolves, and Colorado Chaos also in this pool before they bracket them all up on Friday. 16-team bracket. Here comes a 1-1 offering from Rutten. And that one just missed. One of the assistant pros at Elite is here's the 2-1. That one's popped to short and right at Schlegel. Just couldn't get him. Austin usually so sure-handed over there. Couldn't make that play. Played on the other side of the bag in high school. Probably, for my money, the best defensive second baseman in the metro area. He did short today. And here comes Isaiah Romero. That one slash foul. Getting back to Elite, one of their assistant pros, Matt Jones, in the Diamondbacks organization. So plenty of professional ties there. As Rutten lost his footing delivering that one. Just a little look over at first, and now he's ready. And that one's again out of play to the right side. Well, 1-2 pitch coming here from Rutten. And that one's outside the level. It counted 2. The shortstop McLaughlin waits to hit next. He'd like to atone for that little miscue in the top half. And then, of course, the Elite owner, Danny Vase. He's the head pro and the owner over there in Golden, Colorado. He spent 6 years in the Minnesota Twins organization. Here's the 2-strike pitch. It's upstairs and hit to center. Ramos back a few steps, still backtracking, and he'll make the play. 1 inning complete. It's 1-0 ABA. You're watching ProView Sports.
As one of the only locally owned businesses in Albuquerque, Gala Chevrolet understands the importance of giving back to our community. And you'll feel good knowing the money you spend here helps make this a better place to live. Support the dealership that supports Albuquerque, the all-new Gala Chevrolet. As one of the only locally owned dealerships in Albuquerque, Gala Chevrolet understands the importance of giving back to our community. After all, we're not a franchise dealership or some corporate-owned conglomerate. We're a local business working hard to make this a better place to live. That's why you'll feel good knowing the money you spend here stays here and supports a long list of community organizations like the Police Department, Sheriff's Department, and many, many more. Support the dealership that supports Albuquerque, the all-new Gala Chevrolet.
Hey everyone, Adam Deal here with ProView Networks. Extreme Clean is a proud sponsor and supporter of ProView Networks and all high school sports athletics. Owner Mike McLean and Extreme Clean specialize in carpet cleaning for apartment, realty, business, and residential clients. With over 20 years experience, attention to detail and quality customer service matters. For more information, give them a call, 505-221-6440, Extreme Clean. Car Crafters, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
To the second we go. It'll be Ross Montoya, the extra hitter, leading off. He takes a strike on the inside corner. Another Valley Viking, Eastern New Mexico bound. Ross Montoya. Swing and a miss. Of course, Chad Kuhn's no stranger to sending him to the next level either. You remember when he was at Del Norte, Mike Lynn ended up going to the next level. He spent some time in college at Louisville and some other stops before arm trouble ended what was a very promising career for young Mike Lynn. And here's a pitch. It's upstairs. Everett looks in. Now he's ready. And that's foul back. two-strike pitch from Everett. He goes to that breaking ball. Montoya pulls it just foul. Everett looks in again. He had to throw a lot of extra pitches in that first. The wind, and that one's upstairs and outside. Full to Montoya. The catcher, Hamilton, waits to hit next. We're happy you've joined us for the Pathway Games, Albuquerque, brought to you by Triple Crown Sports. Here's the two-strike pitch. And that's sprayed foul the other way. Ryan Brewer at the helm today, I understand. Of course, he spent some time in the Royals organization for the ABA folks. That one's outside, and Montoya draws a walk. We'll have a visit to the mound here. It'll give us a chance to thank Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs and the Frontier Restaurant. Proud supporters of New Mexico Athletics. They've been serving Albuquerque and supporting our kids for over 40 years. 4 great locations, including the Frontier Restaurant across the street from UNM. Today's game is also being brought to you by Duke City Cages. You can visit them on 900 First Street Northwest. 10 cages, 3 bullpens, and of course, hit tracks, which is what everyone cares about nowadays, is the technology of hit tracks, get your launch angle, all that good stuff. More about launch angle when we come back. Pitching change here in Albuquerque.
When I train for American Ninja Warrior, I schedule regular workouts to stay in shape. To keep my car in Ninja Tough shape, I head to a Napa Auto Care Center for regular maintenance and genuine Napa Auto parts. Like brakes and batteries. I trust my Napa Auto Care Center for quality parts and quality service. And with the 24-month, 24,000-mile nationwide warranty, I drive away with peace of mind every time. Visit AutoCareNM.com to find a location near you.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
So Elite will go from one tall right-hander to the next. That's Xavier Atencio, who's taking over here after the leadoff walk to Ross Montoya. Also want to thank Garden Sports Team Sales, customized athletic apparel, quality and unique sports clothing for all your team gear. Visit our friends at Garden Sports Team Sales. Hamilton digs in against the new pitcher Atencio. Fastball strike. Hamilton, then the DH, Jordan Baca. Atencio kind of a short armor on those first two. Counts level at 1. Here comes the 1-1 from Atencio. He pulls that one wide, and 2-1 the count. The runner's moving on the 2-1 pitch, and it's slashed foul to the right side. That might make it onto the other field. So, as a matter of fact, it bounces off the top of the dugout over there. Beautiful facility, the Albuquerque Regional Sports Complex up here on the west side. 90-degree day here for baseball. And the count's level to Hamilton. Here comes Atencio's 2-2. It's high, and now it's full. Hamilton played at Sandia. He'll be moving on to Eastern New Mexico University. It's 3-2. The runner's moving. It's pushed foul to the right side. 330 down the lines here at the Regional Sports Complex. 390 to center with the high wall, the batter's eye out there. Here's the 3-2. Just missed downstairs. So back-to-back walks. First from Garrett Everett, and now the reliever Atencio. And here comes the DH, Jordan Baca. Baca, another Valley Viking. Valley well represented in this lineup. Speaks to just how fantastic Chad Kuhn and his staff are there at Valley. They always do a great job. He'll be going on to Barstow Community College in California. Nico Alderete will go over to run. They're at first and second with nobody out here in the top of the second inning. And that one's fouled back. Game started with a single to right center from Freddie Gomez. Ramos followed with the single in the same spot. That put him at the corners for Austin Schlegel, and he chased Noel all the way to the wall for a ground rule double. It plated one. Here's the pitch, and that one's fouled. But then Ramos was caught astray of third base, and he was picked off. Wilson flew to left. Here comes the 0-2. It's upstairs. Then Heron hit one to short, and McLaughlin kind of Cadillaced it over the short way to second. The runner was called safe before an Apodaca strikeout ended the frame. That one's fouled straight back into the net. So 3 hits in the inning, but they did strand him loaded. Here comes a 1-2. Breaking ball. Just missed. It's a hell of an eye at the plate from Baca there, because that was tantalizing from Atencio. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped actually into the catcher's mitt for the strikeout. So Baca's down on strikes. Take another look here. That one was running in on him, and he just does tip it into the catcher's mitt for the strikeout. It's a good 2-strike pitch from Atencio after that breaking ball on the outside. Just missed. So we go back to the top of the order, and Gomez swings through that one. A little bit of a hanging 2-strike breaking ball, and he just hit it the other way to right center for a leadoff hit. Showing Bunny pulls back. They're going to throw through. The runner's breaking for third, and it'll be an easy out at third base. A couple of outs now on the base paths. Let's take another look here. As Stone threw right through to second base, and then he was a dead duck. Swing and a miss through that fastball. And Gomez behind the count now, 0-2. Here comes the 0-2.
Oh!
That one was tapped foul. A little, defensive swing. Just got a piece of the bat. That one was riding in on Gomez. He'll be going on to Paradise Valley, the next level in Arizona. 98% of all ABA players do go on to play at the next level. Strike 3. He goes outside for the breaking ball. Atencio gets his second strikeout in relief. We'll go to the bottom half.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game. Hey, New Mexico, come check out the newly remodeled guest rooms at the new Wyndham Albuquerque Hotel and Conference Center, featuring 309 rooms, 30,000 square feet of meeting space. New Mexico's only indoor water park featuring the Wave Runner. 2,200 square foot fitness center with hydro massage chairs. Also enjoy breakfast at our new Manzanita Grill and watch your favorite team play at Altitude Sports Bar and Grill. It's all at Wyndham Albuquerque Hotel and Conference Center.
To the bottom of the second we go. It'll be Thompson, Zananti, and Rivera due up here for Elite. Opening game here in Pool B. Second inning of work for Jake Rutten. It's a fastball strike. Swings through that one. Rutten pumping strikes. He's ahead of Braden Thompson. 0-2 here. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Upstairs for the fastball. Strike 3 to Thompson. From that delivery, that probably a pretty hard pitch to catch up with upstairs. Rutten's not a huge guy on the mound. He's got pretty explosive stuff. Here's the right fielder, Grayson Zananti. And there's a strike, getting ahead of the hitters here. Back-to-back ground balls to second base off the bat of McLaughlin and Stone to start the game. Then a couple of singles before a flyout. That one drops in there. Zananti didn't think so. He's behind the count 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Thompson down on strikes. Here comes Zananti. I beg your pardon. So back-to-back Ks. That one just missed inside. That one stays high. 2-0 the count. So that'll move it to 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk. So here comes Devin Rivera. First walk allowed for Rutten. He'll be going the junior college route after Los Alamos Senior. And that drops in for a strike. Plate umpire thinks about it before he lets you know. Time is called. Now we're ready for the 0-1. To Rivera. Spins out of the way. That one just missed inside. Here comes a 1-1. That's well hit. The right fielder, Maloney, over to it. He'll hold him station to station. But really the first hard hit ball off of Rutten today. Let's take another look. It's where lefties like the baseball, down and in. It's a solid single, and here comes Reese Noel, the left fielder. Hamilton will be out to have a word with his pitcher. It gives us a chance to thank Wyndham. ProView Network's preferred hotel is Wyndham, where champions stay. Give them a call at 855-6117 for special rates. Now we're ready, and here's a pitch to Noel. It's a strike. Rutten's done a fantastic job getting ahead of most of these hitters early on here. Here comes the 0-1 to Noel. Breaking ball. It's a slow one, and it dropped in there. He's ahead of Reese now, 0-2. Set for the 0-2, and here it comes. Up the middle, right at Gomez. He'll go the short route to Schlegel and retire the side. A couple of strikeouts in the inning for Rutten. Still 1-0 ABA.
For 55 years, people have bought trucks from Tillery in Los Lunas. We have a great selection of vehicles, the quality service department, and some of the best deals in the state. But most importantly, we found people prefer to buy trucks from people who actually drive trucks.
Tillery is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Locally owned and operated, located in Los Lunas, right off I-25, exit 203.
Gecko's Bar and Tapas, a proud supporter of ProView Networks. It's been a fan favorite spot for food lovers and sports fans. With not one, but two great locations, including outdoor patio, an atmosphere you won't want to miss. Gecko's, off Academy and in Nob Hill.
Locally loved restaurants like Farina Pizzeria, Farina Alto, and the Artichoke Cafe are the perfect venue for your next event. Farina Alto has traditional Italian food, plus handcrafted cocktails in a beautiful Northeast Heights location. Farina Pizzeria with a
We're back here at the Albuquerque Regional Sports Complex. Already in the top of the third. Atencio back to work. That'll be lined into right for a base hit. It'll drop in front of Zananti. So Ramos has a 2-for-2 day going. And here's his high school teammate Austin Schlegel. And that RBI double to left his last time. If he hit that same ball right now, I think the wind has picked up a little bit. It might be out of here. Schlegel shows bunt and pulls back, takes ball one. Paradise Valley is where he'll continue his baseball career in Arizona. Mentioned in the last half inning that 98% of everyone that goes through that ball is belted to left. Is it going to stay fair? And it's just foul. Schlegel has took a couple of them over there. The first one, a ground rule double. That one was a skyscraper, but it's foul. 98% of everyone that goes through the ABA Academy there goes on to play baseball at the next level in some way. Schlegel has turned on a few. That one was just a noisy strike. There's the 1-1. The runner goes. Breaking ball almost hits Schlegel. High throw to second. Gets into center. Ramos going to take the extra bag. There won't be a play at third base as he slides in safely. Stolen base at an E2 on a high throw. And there's Ramos in scoring position for his buddy Austin Schlegel. 2-1 the count here as Schlegel awaits. Thought we were going to get a home run there as that foul ball just missed getting out of here. Schlegel drove in the first run with a ground rule double. And here's the pitch to Austin. Gets under that one and it's foul. Kerry King, president of Triple Crown Sports, is alongside now. Triple Crown Sports presents these Albuquerque Pathway games. Just a beautiful facility, right, first off?
I can't believe this place exists. I mean, when I walked in the door, I couldn't believe what I saw, that no one told me about this place.
Yeah, we're pretty partial to it ourselves. Here comes the 3-2 to Schlegel. That one bounces in there. Austin will take the walk. And obviously this is going to be in your future plans, right? You see a facility like this, that's a partnership that obviously has to light up your eyes.
Yeah, and you know what, this facility that gets me the most excited is that it was built with regional sports tourism in mind, and that's exactly what's happened here with a multi-state event, creating economic impact in the community. This facility, I can definitely see a long-term future with Triple Crown Sports, and maybe really the home of the Pathway Baseball Division.
Schlegel was moving on the pitch, and it's fouled back by Maloney. Of course, Elite comes to us from Golden, Colorado. How many out-of-state teams in this tournament? Do you know off the top of your head?
I think we got 18 of the 24 from out of state and represent an 8-state radius. So really, you know, a regional base of teams. You don't get anybody right now east of the Mississippi out here, but we'll be working on that.
Goes the 0-1 to Maloney again. Schlegel's moving. And he'll take second as that one's in the dirt. Of course, for some of these teams, it's just nice not to have to play in 120-degree heat in Vegas or Arizona, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of teams right now that are in Phoenix, in Las Vegas, different parts of the U.S. that are baking, and you know this is a great climate right here. I mean, this morning.
The 1-1, that's pulled through the right side. It'll score one. Schlegel's right behind. We might have a throw at the plate. Austin's going to be safe. Slides in there. A couple of runs score on the base hit from Gavin Maloney.
You know, that guy advancing to second did a good job to read that throw high, went over the cutoff. And at the end of the day, you got to hit that cut because that runner probably shouldn't be on second base.
Couple of La Cueva Bears score. That'll make it 3-1 ABA or 3-0 ABA here. And if for a hitter, you have to like hitting in this altitude. I mentioned earlier in the broadcast that during the day, the ball really carries in Albuquerque. At Isotopes Park, the Isotopes give up and score over 10 runs a game during their day games, whereas in night games, it's under 6. So the ball carries. Hitters
Is that
like
right?
that. Yeah.
Wow.
So hitters have to love that.
Yeah, having these arid conditions in this, this climate is very suitable for baseball. It may be hot, but it doesn't feel like it because it's nice and dry.
Wilson gets a hold of one, but that's foul. Just a noisy strike. The first baseman, Luke Wilson. Yeah, people that aren't from around here, they always make fun of us when we say, well, it's a dry heat. But that really is a thing, isn't it?
It's a real thing.
It's a difference.
The arid desert-like weather is actually really suitable for baseball. We run our event in Atlanta, and it's muggy heat. I mean, it's a different kind of feeling. It feels like it's sitting on you. Here it just feels like it's hot, but it doesn't create as big of an impact.
2-1 the count here on the first baseman, Wilson, as Jaron waits to hit next. That one's just out. No, a strike. Called strike on the outside corner. That'll level the count at 2 to Wilson. And, of course, just the upstairs facility here, you got a chance to oversee every single game that's going on right now in pool play, don't you?
Yeah, what's nice is as we got about 14 or 15 college coaches, and all they do is merely walk around the mezzanine, and they're able to see players from all over the place just without even getting out of the shade. It's perfect.
And the 2-2's fouled back by Wilson over the left side. We're with Kerry King, president of Triple Crown Sports, as Triple Crown Sports presents the Pathway Games here in Albuquerque. Here comes the 2-2. Just went with it. Beautiful piece of hitting there off the bat of Wilson. There's not going to be a play at the plate as the throw is wide. And give him an RBI there. It was an off-speed pitch, just up and away, and he just kind of deposited it out there. That was a good piece of hitting.
That was nice. I mean, he didn't try to do anything with that, just went right where it was pitched. He might have been able to take second again. That outfielder, again, not going to the right bag for a cutoff. At that point, the run was going to score pretty easy. You just go to second base.
So a visit at the mound here will give us a chance to talk to Kerry some more. Obviously, you guys have a ton of events that are going on, not only right now, but throughout the year. Talk about some of those.
Yeah, Triple Crown Sports will produce 200 sporting events in 2018. Our busiest weekend for event numbers was last weekend. We produced 11 events over Father's Day weekend. In this case, it was 4 different sports. And so we're not just in boys baseball. You'll see us in girls fast pitch softball, boys lacrosse, girls lacrosse, volleyball and basketball, and we're entering a winter sport in 2020. And so we're really expanding our footprint in sports, but we're really trying to deepen the relationships with some of the top 15 through 18-year-old teams, these underclass and upperclass teams. We really look at that as our future growth in baseball, and we're assembling teams in that are produced right out of Fort Collins, Colorado. That'll be very competitive in the next couple of years.
Now here locally, focus on a team that's in action today. ABA's had great success, obviously, with sending players to the next level. So talk about them a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you got a program here locally that's really created a lot of national awareness around Albuquerque. And at the end of the day, they're a team to beat in this event. They've assembled great talent. And, I mean, I know they have a couple players from out of the state, but for the most part, they're right here, local homegrown kids.
Brady Ritzman is already the 3rd elite pitcher to take the mound as Jaron comes to bat here. Ran that ground ball to short in the first. That did not yield it out. We're with Kerry King, president of Triple Crown Sports. Here's the pitch. It's foul over the right side. What goes into picking a venue for an event like this, Kerry?
You know what's interesting about venue selection? When you get to about 14 years old in baseball, the venue is a tremendous reason to play at an event. And so this event in particular was supposed to happen in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And it was moved in December by event director Gino Grasso because of his trip the day after Christmas to come down here. The moment he put his eyes on this thing, he realized the event should move. So it's a big deal. The venue selection, you know, any good event has 3 things in mind: date, location, and special quality.
That's well hit to left. It'll be out of play foul as Noel gives it a look.
That would have been a home run.
Yeah.
Pretty easy, too. That might have been over the marker sign out there in left field. Well, but date, location, and special quality play into any event that you create, whether it's in baseball or with your family going to dinner. It's a component of any kind of event. Weather also plays a part in events. It's the 4th element. And so all these elements exist here in Albuquerque, and also a very...
Jaron, it's a breaking ball, and that'll go to right as Zananti squeezes it. But they're AB right on all these pitches. Go ahead, continue with this beautiful weather.
Yeah, I mean, you got a partner in Albuquerque that wants it as well. So they are very interested in bringing people to this community and growing. And there's not every community wants or desires that. I was just talking with a coach about El Paso, Texas, and they're not interested in this kind of thing at all. And so for Albuquerque to invest in something like this really shows that they're dedicated to sports tourism.
Apodaca pulls that one at Noel right at him for the catch, and the future Lobo Apodaca is 0 for 2. So he lines out to left. Obviously, it has to help that Albuquerque has such a pro sports mayor in Tim Keller, who's hugely supportive of any and all of these kind of ventures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know Mr. Keller has recently supported not only the construction of this, but he's just a pro sports guy. He's always at Gladiator games as well, which is our arena football team that's in the playoffs right now. He recently in the Journal just penned a letter of support for Coach Fishbine's soccer program at UNM.
Mm-hmm.
So to have such a pro sports mayor, that obviously helps the town, doesn't it?
When you have leadership inside of a community that desires sports and knows what sports tourism can do for long-term sustainability, that's when you really have an ideal scenario, a ripe, fertile ground to host something like this.
Ross Montoya, the extra hitter's in there. On the left side, he takes a slow breaking ball outside for a ball. Montoya, of course, the Valley Viking, walked his first time.
And one of the great things, too, about this facility is they've got dreams to make it even bigger, which is,
runner going on the 1-2.
That's what you call a delayed steal when your catcher's not quite ready. Middle infield doesn't know there's a steal on. Great steal there.
So Wilson will take the bag. They've taken some liberties on the bases here. Been caught a couple of times, but the stolen base there on the delayed steal. And obviously, what are those future plans?
Well, right now you got 5 actual fields of play at this complex, and it looks like there's the rest of the blueprint has another 5 fields on board. If you put 10 fields of this quality in the same location, in the same town, you can produce a over 100-team event, which could be one of the largest national events in the U.S. for underclass or upper class, really making a marquee location, putting Albuquerque on the map.
Montoya swung through the 1-2. The catcher couldn't hang on to it, and so the unoccupied base goes to him. Now they're at first and third. And that's hit the other way, and that'll fall in for an RBI hit. Montoya rounding the bag. There's going to be no play at third, as that one's well wide. So an extra base to Hamilton as he'll cruise into second. It's an RBI for Hamilton.
Again, another error on the outfield throwing it in. It's just so critical to hit your cutoff. In that case, there wasn't enough communication probably from the infielders. But at the end of the day, as an outfielder, you got to find a body and throw it to the guy, not just throw it wherever you feel like.
Alderete will come in to run at second. Comes the DH Baca, struck out his first time. That one's going to get just foul, I believe. Yeah, no signal at first. So 4 runs across in the inning already. It's 5-0 in favor of ABA. As Jordan Baca, the DH, is in there. It started with a single off the bat of Ramos, his high school buddy Schlegel, followed with a walk and then a 2-run single for Maloney. Throughout the inning, everyone's pretty much grabbed that extra bag on the bases as well.
You just lose your double play potential. Now you got 2 runners in scoring position instead of 1. This has happened. This is the 3rd time this inning that a runner standing on second when they should be on first.
This has to be great for Albuquerque's west side as well, as here comes the 0-1. And that one just missed. Because obviously these parents, these kids, they're all going to eat lunch and dinner somewhere tonight probably.
Yeah.
And so on the west side, I know west side businesses have to be pretty thrilled about this tournament as well.
Yeah, and lodging. I mean, there's a few lodging providers here too.
That's ripped through the left side. The windmill continues. A couple of runners going to come and score here. There's not going to be a play at the plate. 2 RBIs on the single for the DH Baca.
Boy, they're just pouring it on right now. Everybody seems to be hitting the ball square, and it looks like ABA's really doing well here.
Alderete will run again at first. He just scored, and now he'll go right over at first and take over as another runner. Let's take a look in the dugout there at Ross Montoya, the Valley Viking. All smiles in that ABA dugout right now.
Yeah, really nothing going wrong. There's no reason to frown over there in ABA's dugout. You got to like that.
And ABA, an interesting story in how that was formed as well, is first the pitch. It's a strike to Gomez. But, of course, owner and founder Mike Foote, he had a young son that was interested in playing baseball at the next level, and Foote decided, hey, I'm going to start this club and Out of all that blossomed this, a raging success story. 98% of everyone that goes through the academy plays at some form in the next level.
You know, some of the best things in life have been invented off of selfish desires like that. In fact, Triple Crown Sports, you're looking at the same thing, was born the same way. My folks started Triple Crown Sports in '82, and there's a nice hit.
The 1-1 to Gomez. He's having himself a day at the top of the lineup. 2 hits already. They're at the corners.
They're hitting your cut. Look at that. Runners at first and third. That's how it's supposed to be. But, yeah, in 1982, my parents had a slow-pitch softball team, and they didn't get what they wanted in a tournament. And the guy told them, well, if you think you know what you're doing, why don't you just go do it yourself? And so Mom and Dad got in the car. They were pretty angry. And they decided to go run the Triple Crown, which was 3 events in the mountains of Colorado, in Steamboat, Grand Junction, and Meeker, Colorado, towns you probably never heard of. But these 3 events were in 1982 were the starting of something very special that you see unfolding into 6 different sports today and over 200+ events.
Ramos takes a strike on the outside corner. They've yet to retire Ryan Ramos. This is his 2nd plate appearance in the inning.
You know it's a good day when you're getting up 2 times in an inning.
Yeah, I'd say. It's the 0-1 to Ramos. State champ, of course, at La Cueva, as that one sprayed foul right side. So Ritzman is ahead of Ramos here, 0-2. Just a couple of singles the other way off the bat of Ramos today. That's what La Cueva does so well. It might be out of baseballs. That might be the delay here.
Out of baseball's delay.
The way ABA's been spraying him all over the yard today.
Yeah.
And it's not just the base hits, but they put together good at bats, don't they? They make the pitchers throw a lot of pitches. Already the 3rd right-hander to throw today for Elite. They take you deep in counts, and then even when you get ahead of somebody with 2 strikes, they're willing to go wherever the ball is pitched.
Mm-hmm. No, you're seeing a very disciplined hitting approach here. They're swinging at strikes. That's why they're getting hits. And they're waiting until they get them. I mean, they'll just let it go by if it's not a strike.
Ramos takes high, 1-2 the count on Ryan. His high school teammate Austin Schlegel waits to hit next. Folks are still coming in here. Obviously what helps this place too is great concessions, plenty of parking, which is what you need. As that one skips in there, it's a wild pitch, it'll score a run.
Yeah, I mean, this place is pretty much set up. You could be here all day, which I've been here since 6 a.m. And I've had food, water, snacks, shade. I mean, really everything you could want I have not had to leave this place at all for any reason.
You had a chance to talk to our sales guy, Marty, so the question is, do you still have your wallet?
Yeah, it's still there in the pocket. I just checked to make sure, though.
Lined right at the pitcher. And Ritzman makes the play. So a long ABA inning.
That was a good one to stop in at.
Yeah. Well, Kerry, thanks so much for joining us. We're glad to be here, and we're glad to partner with Triple Crown Sports for what we hope to be a fantastic weekend of baseball.
That's great. Thank you very much.
We'll be right back on ProView Networks.
Locally loved restaurants like Farina Pizzeria, Farina Alto, and the Artichoke Cafe are the perfect venue for your next event. Farina Alto has traditional Italian food plus handcrafted cocktails in a beautiful Northeast Heights location. Farina Pizzeria with a downtown vibe, amazing affordable wines, and local beer. And the Artichoke Cafe has set the standard for casual fine dining since 1989. Visit our family of restaurants and see what fine dining is all about.
Carmody Medical provides solutions for your everyday needs. Hot and cold compression wraps provide therapeutic compression for the shoulder, hip, and knee. The therapy wraps are constructed of an insulated outer fabric and a ventilated cotton pocket to protect the body. Elastic belts allow mobility and deliver a gentle, adjustable compression. The reusable therapy packs can be removed from the pouch and placed into the freezer. Contact Jim for more information.
Duke City Sports Bar, proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. Catch all the sports action from high school, college, pros, and MMA on one of our 35 HD TVs. Start your night off right with any selection from our delicious menu prepared with fresh, never frozen ingredients. Duke City Sports Bar, Albuquerque's newest sports bar. Located on Eubank and Montgomery, dial 505-433-4020.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline.
We're back here in the third. It's all ABA. It's 8-0 here. Pool play in Pool B. That one sprayed foul the other way. That one's pulled on the ground to the right side. First baseman Wilson. He'll take it to the bag himself off the bat of Martinez.
What's your name, John? I'm Jason. Jason. Yeah. Okay. He's our top producer. And director. 9 years.
3 unassisted on the putout, and now we'll go back to the top of the lineup in McLaughlin. Grounded to second base his first time. Ben McLaughlin, brother Jack at short. Tell you what, Rutten has been rolling merrily along, as the late, great Skip Carey used to say. That one's right at Gomez, and he'll make the play. So a couple of ground outs to second base on McLaughlin's card today, and they've both been early in the count, and Rutten hasn't really had to break a sweat today. His pitch count is very low. Quickly, 2 outs. Stone going to bunt over to third, and he's safe. They really can't get a good hit off of Rutten, so why not try something new? It's a good piece of hitting there. Take another look here. It's not often you see the catcher drop a bunt. So a bunt single. There's a pitch. That's pulled through the right side. No chance for Wilson at first. So they're going to string some hits together. Wide turn back to. Oh, he tripped on the base pass. Now he's caught up there between first and second. They'll be able to tag him out and throw it to plate. That was already the third out. So you wheeled him through to the plate. It wasn't necessary. So the old turf sniper got him on the base pass there. ABA elects into an out. It's still 8-0.
Terry Cosper Insurance Agency is a proud partner with ProView Networks and a proud supporter of New Mexico high school athletics. Terry's been a local farmer's agent for over 20 years for auto, home, life, and business insurance. Just like high school sports are important, so are teen drivers. For more information, call Terry or one of his licensed staff members at 898-5556. Quotes are available for you.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a #1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
The Barley Room, proud sponsor of ProView Networks for over 9 years, is pleased to introduce Black Iron Catering. From weddings and family reunions to birthdays and office parties, Black Iron Catering is perfect for any event. Contact Jamie at 505-459-8259 and book your event today. Black Iron Catering. Let us bring our kitchen to you.
Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous!
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What?
Let's take another look at that misfortune at the end of the inning for Elite there. There's a base hit through the right side, solid hit off the pitcher. They're finally stringing some hits together, and then just your standard throw to the cutoff man, but Tripping on the base pass, they get the out, and that was the third out. So he spun around, fired it to home, thought he needed another out, but that was all three. So Elite still with the 0 on the board. It's 8-0 in favor of ABA. Comes Austin Schlegel. Some of the more noisy moments have come off his bat today. Ground rule double and then a long strike as well. And that one's popped up on the infield. The shortstop McLaughlin over to make the play. So on one pitch, Austin Schlegel's retired. Maloney and then Wilson. Comes Gavin. Played at NIMI. Going on to play at the University of Santa Clara. It's a beautiful spot in California. Triple Crown Sports presents the Pathway Games in Albuquerque here on ProView Sports. Thanks for tuning in today, wherever you've tuned us in, whether that be here in Albuquerque or maybe in beautiful Golden, Colorado. Here's a 1-0. Levels the count. It's 90 degrees here in Albuquerque. 20 degrees hotter than Golden today. I'm sure the fine folks in Golden are raising a banquet as they speak. Here's the 2-1. That one's low. Wilson waits to hit next. Pool play all around us. They'll bracket up these teams on Friday, 1 through 16. That one's shot through the right side. Solid single off the bat of Gavin Maloney. But they're not getting fooled often at the plate today. We'll take another look here. Just a rifle shot through the right side. I mean, he pulled his hands in there. I want to thank our friends at Duke City Recovery Toolbox. You can give them a call at 224-9777. Duke City Recovery Toolbox. Addiction recovery specialists here in Albuquerque. Proud sponsors of ProView Networks this weekend here at the Albuquerque Regional Sports Complex. That one's fouled straight back off the bat of Wilson. Albuquerque High Bulldog. He'll be going on to Trinidad State in Colorado. Flew to left and then an RBI single the other way on his card today. Here comes the 0-1 breaking ball. That missed. We talked to Kerry King, president of Triple Crown Sports. He mentioned that, ABA going to be one of the favorites to win this thing. They've shown why in this one. Here's the pitch. That's well hit into the gap. Nobody going to get to that. They're going to be chasing and bounce over for the double. The automatic double. Don't call it a ground rule double. Call it an automatic double. As the great voice of ESPN, John Shambi, always says. That's one of his pet peeves. It drives him nuts when people call it a ground rule double. He says it's an automatic double. Here's Javin Hudon, the third baseman. And he takes high. There's a strike on the inside corner. But Daca waits to hit next. Trying to get in on the hit parade. He's 0 for 2 today. Isaiah's UNM bound. There's a strike. No, that one's inside for a ball. Umpire got me. It looked like he was about to signal. And here comes the 2-1. That one's fouled off the top of the netting. It'll level to count at 2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, foul tipped into the catcher's mitt, actually. A couple of catcher's mitt strikeouts today. Roan's 1 for 3 now, and he's retired. And here comes Isaiah Apodaca. Santa Fe High School product. That's well hit through the left side. It's an RBI for Apodaca, maybe. Here comes the throw. Yeah, they're going to cut it. So Apodaca erases the offer on his card. They just haven't got a cheap hit today. Every one of the hits have been well hit. So take a look into that ABA dugout. Another pitching change. We'll be right back.
Don't forget, every ProView Network sporting event is on sale at our DVD store. Go to www.proviewnetworks.com to buy your DVD today.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
So 2 runs scored there off the bat of Isaiah Apodaca. And it's another pitching change. The lefty coming in now. Big, tall left-hander. Pacey Jacobson on the pitch here. And he'll face Ross Montoya, the extra hitter. It's 11-0. Throw to second base. And they got him. So Jacobson comes in and gets out of the inning, doesn't have to retire. The batter he faces, smile on his face. When you look at the scoreboard, no smile. It's all ABA.
Transform your IT infrastructure with Systems MD. We support all network devices. Our focus, government and small business network solutions. We provide design through implementation of network environments, including disaster recovery. Solutions can be provided directly or through CES contracts and statewide pricing agreements. Systems MD also provides all-inclusive managed service contracts and preventative maintenance plans.
Systems MD has been our best choice for all our computer system needs.
Contact us to discuss your IT needs.
Dream Style Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dream Style Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dream Style Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Pitching change here in Albuquerque for ABA. That's right-hander Tyler Wilson on in relief of Jake Rutten. Rutten had a fantastic 3 innings of work today. And now Wilson will look to continue that here for Ryan Brewer and Albuquerque Baseball Academy. Here's the 1-0. That one's fouled straight back. This is Isaiah Romero. Romero, McLaughlin, Thompson. Comes a 1-1 from Wilson. And that's up the middle for a base hit. Big, tall right-hander is greeted with a leadoff single. 2 for 2 on the day, Isaiah Romero. Let's see if Elite can get anything going here. Here's McLaughlin. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Much like Rutten, Wilson straight over the top. Here comes the 0-1. Throw behind the runner, and he's just back. Here's the pitch. And that's foul back. Lost the bat in the process, did McLaughlin. And climb back in there, bat back in hand. Awaiting a 1-2 pitch from Tyler Wilson. The runner moving on the pitch. It was upstairs, and a stolen base for Romero. Wilson pretty slow to the plate. Big, tall, lanky right-hander. He stole that one on the pitcher. Nothing that Hamilton could do with it. He got a good pitch to throw on, a high one, but Romero was in there. He's in scoring position now. Good stop behind the plate there. And it's full on McLaughlin. And 3-2. Swing and a miss. He went off speed. McLaughlin was way out in front. Pulled the string there on the changeup. Here comes Thompson. That's a strike on the outside off-speed pitch. Goes the 0-1. The runner moving again. He would have had that one stolen again. Wilson so slow to the plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Thompson. Let's see if instead they'll step off. That one's fouled back.
It's not 22, I know. I'm working on it here. This thing's very.
Here comes an 0-2 pitch again.
Personality, man. So
Upstairs, it's fouled straight back.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking is going on here.
That one missed. Thompson will climb back in there, runner in scoring position. Just one out after the McLaughlin strikeout. The 1-2 inside, low, good stop again by Hamilton. Another two-strike offering. That's pulled to the left side. Long run. I don't think they're going to get him, but a good job keeping that on the infield there by Austin Schlegel. It's an infield single. Couple of hits in the inning, and here comes Grayson Zananti. And that one's foul back. And that one's in the dirt. So 1-1 the count as Devin Rivera waits to hit next. Fans filing in there. Plenty more action today. We'll be back at it here tomorrow on ProView Sports Network. Pathway Games in Albuquerque here, presented by Triple Crown Sports. Here's the pitch. Hamilton again with a nice stop. It's been fantastic in this inning. So plenty of baseball action to take you through the weekend, and don't forget Monday night football action right here on ProView Sports, as that one's hit on a line right at the second baseman, and he'll flip it over to Austin Schlegel for the double play. That'll get him out of it. It's 10-0 in favor of ABA here. You're watching ProView Sports.
Department at Gala Chevrolet is clean, modern, and ready for you. Our master technicians service every make and model, including certified service on any GM vehicle. Service done right the first time, every time, right here at the all-new Gala Chevrolet. At Gala Chevrolet, our master technicians service every make and model no matter where you purchase your vehicle. But that's not all. We also provide certified service on every GM model. So if your car's been acting a little funny lately or something just doesn't seem right, don't wait. Bring it into the most modern service facility in the entire state and let us make sure that you're driving a vehicle you and your family can depend on. Service done right the first time, every time, right here at the all-new Gala Chevrolet. As one of the only locally owned businesses in Albuquerque,
Here comes Ross Montoya. Remember, Montoya was up there when the lefty came in. Montoya will take a ball.
No, it's 10-0, but this thing, for whatever reason...
Comes the 0-1
won't
from
reset.
Jacobson, and that's pushed foul to the left side. So Gino Grasso, National Director of Pathway Baseball and Triple Crown Sports, will join us in the booth here. And it's been all ABA today, Gino. I don't know how much of this game you've been able to catch, but every time they've put a bat on the ball today, it's been a hard hit ball.
Yeah, I've been, checking out all the fields, seeing all the teams from out of state, but I know the ABA had a loaded team, and this is just verification that they have some dudes out there for sure. They can swing the bat, and I know a lot of their kids are already committed, so a good squad out there for sure.
Here comes the catcher, Chris Hamilton. It's 10-0 in favor. And that one just missed. Yeah, 98% of all kids that go through the ABA play at the next level, which is a pretty phenomenal statistic when I read it. Talk about this facility. I know we talked to Kerry King about it, but it's pretty nice place to have a tournament, isn't it?
Yeah, so this event originally was in Colorado Springs last year. We had 8 teams, and it wasn't really, it's kind of an afterthought. When I saw this facility open, I came down in December and just fell in love with it, and here we are, 8 months later, running an event here with 24 teams, beautiful setting. It's pretty awesome.
So quickly, 2 outs. Sananti squeezes that one, and here comes Nico Aldrete. He's run a lot today on the bases, but he'll get the pinch hit appearance here. And obviously bracket play will start on Friday, but so you grew this thing from a pretty small tournament in Colorado Springs to, you said, how many teams participating here?
So we have 24 teams. What we wanted to do is try to bring, some new competition to New Mexico. We have teams here from California, Montana, Utah, Texas.
Swing and a miss as Jacobson restores order. Well, Gino, can you come back for the bottom half? Because that one went a lot quicker than we anticipated.
Absolutely. I'll hang here with you guys.
All right, we'll be right back with the bottom of the frame.
Car Crafters, proud supporter of
Transform your IT infrastructure with Systems MD. We support all network devices. Our focus, government and small business network solutions. We provide design through implementation of network environments, including disaster recovery. Solutions can be provided directly or through CES contracts and statewide pricing agreements. Systems MD also provides all-inclusive managed service contracts.
All right, we're back with Gino Grasso, National Director, Pathway Baseball. That's well hit. New pitcher, we'll tell you about in a minute, but it's right at the right fielder, Maloney. That's the right-hander, Isaiah Apodaca, UNM bound, Santa Fe Demon. Obviously, we talked about it a little bit with Kerry, but this has to be great for the west side as far as lodging. All these kids have to eat. All these parents have to eat. Hotels. And the fact that it's in this beautiful new side of town that's still developing. I know businesses have to be thrilled about that.
Yeah, the hotel partners are happy. We did a lot of work with Angie Jepson at these sports commissions and filled a lot of hotel rooms. These kids can eat. These 17, 18-year-olds like to throw it down. So I know the breakfast at the hotels, they've been working overtime to make sure these kids are fed before they come out to the fields. And then we had 250 players here this morning for our individual workouts, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I saw some of that on Twitter at the Triple Crown Sports Twitter feed, as that's a strike to Noel in the outside corner, 1-2 the count now. Talk about how many coaches and scouts are here.
So this morning we had 12 to 15 colleges on field running the pro-style workouts. They had their hands full for sure with, we were expecting 100, 150 players. We had 250. So right now, if you walk around, you'll probably see about 20 college coaches out here. And
What a nasty breaking ball there as that one drops in there. Quickly, 2 outs. Go ahead.
The good thing is, we have a lot of Division II schools here, junior colleges, NAIA schools. A lot of schools that will match up with the type of talent that's here, and the coaches are here. They're going to be present for the next 4 days, and there's a lot of talent here that they're looking at to sign on to play at their schools.
And that'll drop into left, as you saw another look at the replay on that. Just nasty hammer from Apodaca. It's a base hit the other way. The bat of Martinez. Well, Gino, you bring quick innings with you, don't you?
Yeah.
We'll have to have you around more often.
Yeah. There's, I mean, I was going around. There's some good games going on. There's a 3-2 game over here with the SoCal Bombers. Well, it's tied 3-3 now. Southern California Bombers and a team from Denver, Grandview, and a game over here. We've got some good matchups, but like I said, the ABA team, we knew they were going to be tough. So
that's a Pool C matchup that you just referred over there.
Yeah.
In that other field. So pool play until Friday when they bracket them up.
Yeah, we got pool play Wednesday. Well, through 6 o'clock tonight is the last game on all 5 fields, and tomorrow, Friday, we'll break pool around 1 o'clock, and then we'll start bracket play into championships on Saturday.
There's a pitch to McLaughlin as he takes. And then championship Saturday, we'll have that championship game for you right here on ProView Sports Network. That one's out of play. We talked a little bit about venue selection with Gary, and of course he mentioned that you when you came out and saw this place, you fell in love with it, and you have to be happy at some of the crowds you've seen early on.
Yeah, I mean with this age group, you don't see a lot of parents travel sometimes, but with this one, a lot of the parents did travel, so we've had some good crowds following their players around, and nice thing about this location, it's driving distance from a lot of areas that are coming to these events.
So Heron squeezes that one on the left side, and with the 10-0 score after 5, well, this tournament does adopt NFHS rules, so ABA makes quick work today. They're going to be a team to be reckoned with, aren't they?
Yep, they're tough, man. They got some big dudes out there. As a baseball guy, you walk around here, you see these kids show up, and you can just see the dudes they have and the size, and they definitely – like we talked about earlier, they have a lot of their players already signed, a lot of D1 kids. So they're one of the elite programs, not only here, but, in our part of the country, Colorado, Utah, California. So it's good to see them represented out here.
Did you take a look at some highlights? That was Austin Schlegel earlier in the game. Where can fans that are watching, where can they take a look at the brackets, your website?
If they go to pathwaybaseball.com, you'll see all of our events. And if you click on the Albuquerque event, it's Pathway Games Albuquerque. You can click on schedule results, and it'll take you to the 16-year-old brackets, or the 16U bracket and the 18U bracket. And everything's listed there on Tourney Machine and up to date as the event goes. And then here at the facility, obviously, we have our check-in tents and merchandise, and we have the bracket boards up down there for people that are here on site, so they can head over and check that as soon as games end.
So a 10-0 final score here. ABA over Elite out of Golden, Colorado. ABA put on a very impressive performance, not only on the hill, but they hit every baseball hard, it seemed like, today. I want to thank Gino Grasso for stopping in the booth here, National Director of Pathway Baseball, Triple Crown Sports. And we hope you'll stop back in later in the week as we continue our broadcast throughout the week, and enjoy the rest of the pool play, and we look forward to a fantastic weekend out here.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Appreciate everything you're doing.
So, again, it's a 10-0 final score, ABA over Elite just the beginning of what should be a fantastic week of baseball coverage. On behalf of our wonderful director, Jason Pohl, and the entire team here at ProView Networks, we'd like to thank you for tuning in here live from Albuquerque at the Regional Sports Complex, and we hope you'll be back with us tomorrow as Pathway Baseball in Albuquerque continues right here on ProView Sports. Sebastian Noel saying good afternoon from the West Side.
Transform your IT infrastructure with Systems MD. We support all network devices. Our focus, government and small business network solutions. We provide design through implementation of network environments, including disaster recovery. Solutions can be provided directly or through CES contracts and statewide pricing agreements. Systems MD also provides all-inclusive managed service contracts and preventative maintenance plans.
Systems MD has been our best choice for all our computer system needs.
Contact us to discuss your IT needs.
Dream Style Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico